Okay, let's go, guys. We are getting close here. We got 6 weeks left. We're talking about scientific notation. We did scientific notation in class, but what we didn't talk about was a little, comparing so much or, oh, and we definitely didn't talk about this other review material like the mean, the median, and interpreting. So I thought we better still have an Edpuzzle because the reason that I put these assignments here is because when we take the map test around like here, so in maybe 3 weeks, we're going to take the map test, and you don't want your score to be low just because we haven't done a lot of statistics. And that is one of the categories on the map test. So we're going to do a little bit of statistics, okay? But not first. First, we shall talk about, oh my goodness, I better sign in if it doesn't take my scores. Okay. So convert between standard and maybe I should make sure I'm okay, I'm recording good. All right, how do you write this in scientific notation? So as we talked about in class, we're going to put one number, the first number in the front goes in front of the decimal, and then the other non-zero digits go up until the last non-zero digit, I should say, go after the decimal point. Then we count how many digits total do we have after the 3. 1, 2, 3. So the exponent is 3. Got it. All right, how do you write this in standard form? So this means move the decimal point to the right 1. So that would make it 37. If you move the decimal point to the right 1, it would go after the 7. How do you write this in scientific notation? So we're going to write 5.5, and we have two things after. How do you write this in standard form? So we're going to move that decimal point 5 times to the right. We have two things after it, and so that leaves us with 3 zeros. So I'm just going to write 9, 4, 1, and then 3 zeros. The two numbers here plus the 3 zeros add up to 5. You getting it? All right, let's do one more. So this is going to be 1.82. And then how many things? 1, 2, 3, 4. So the exponent is 4. All right. So let's talk about our success criteria for scientific notation. So I can write numbers in scientific notation, which is like one number here, numbers after the decimal, dot, 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 times 10 to the something, right? So that's scientific notation. I can convert back to standard form. So if you're having trouble, make sure you state what it's about, right? You can take standard form and go to scientific notation. You can take scientific notation, go back to standard form, and then there's two types of scientific notation, right? So I can write numbers greater than 1 in scientific notation and less than 1 in scientific notation. I'm getting a little bit lazy with the success criteria here, but these are the 3 things you have to do. If you can do all 3 of those, then you're good. All right, but now we have another. How about this one? I can add this to your list. I can interpret scientific notation on a calculator. So the calculator has this funny way of writing scientific notation where they use a E or sometimes a EE. You might see 7.5 EE 9 or 7.5 E9. The EE originally stood for enter exponent. It was like coder language because you can imagine computers do a lot of scientific notation. So it's just easier to put the EE, and that's a command for the computer. But what does it mean to us, to our human brains? You should interpret that as 7.5 times 10 to the ninth. So the E is just times 10. So that's the answer. So here we go, 7.5 times 10 to the ninth. Well done. Okay. And then this one would be 5 times 10 to the negative 9. And so on like that. Okay, so that's all that means, but you definitely want to know what you're looking at when you see the E or the EE. All right. Not yet. Okay, let's talk about comparing. Okay, so when we're comparing, well, they're going to start us off with the easy one. If the exponent is bigger, then the number is bigger, right? Because that means it has more place values. So times don't, this one's easy because this whole number is bigger than this whole number. I mean, not whole number, but 8.41 is bigger. So, that's obvious. But here, this might be less obvious. So then we're going to convert it. If we're not sure, convert to standard form. So here we got another success criteria. I can compare numbers in scientific notation and standard form. Sorry about my abbreviations, but I'm saying it out loud. All right, 329 and 3 point. So what is this in standard form? So times 10 to the first means we're gonna move the decimal point over one space. So we would have 39.2. Because times 10 to the first means one move of the decimal. So now which number is bigger? Well, 329, of course. When I converted them to standard form, it was easy to see. Okay, how about this one right here? So again, scientific notation, but and then also you could take the standard form and put it in scientific notation and just see which one has a bigger exponent. It's another way. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things after the decimal. So that one would be 3.5 times 10 to the fifth because of the 5 things after the decimal. And this is this one is 3.5 times 10 to the fifth. Okay, they're equal. They are exactly the same. Okay, so how do you do this? You convert them to be the same form, and then you make your determination. Which one's bigger, or are they the same? All right, now let's talk about some basic statistics. Can't believe I'm not logged in. Nice that we're gonna have a short Edpuzzle. A pilot counted the number of empty seats on a plane he flew. What was the range? Okay, so let's talk about our statistical measures. Range, that is high minus low. Median is the middle number. It should be review. The mode most frequent number, and the mean is the average. That's the one where you add and divide. You remember that one? I'm sure we'll have to do a range here. And then we have some other new ones we might see. We might see the IQR. We might see shapes. Okay, but this is just mean, median, mode, and range, so not too bad here. Okay, was the range? So let's take and put these in order, or at least we don't have to do that for the range. We can just find the highest one, 8, and what's the lowest one? 1. So the range is 8 minus 1, 7. A lot of people say 1 to 8. No. It's like the actual subtraction. All right, what's the mode? So now that's the mode is the most frequent. So what number do we see occurring the most times? Okay, I see 2 6.7s, 3, 4, 5 6.7s. That's hilarious. 6, 7. Okay. There we go. It's good. So the mode was 6.70 in that one. And the mean, okay. Yeah, this is that mean, the mean. Okay. We're gonna add these numbers up and divide by how many there are. So -3 plus -1 plus -9 plus 0 plus -5 plus -9 plus -1. Wow. So they're all negative, so I can just add them together and my answer is negative. So this is 4, 13, 18, 27, 28. So -28 over, and then how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 numbers. So -28 divided by 7 is -4. So the mean, the average number in this set is -4. If I did it right, I did. All right, now let's do the median. How do we do the median? The median is the middle number. So how we get it is we put them in order and then we cross out until we get the middle one. So the lowest one is -7. Then we have 2 -5s. I like to scratch it out after I do it. -3. Then we have 2 -2s. Then we have 3 zeros. Have to write the zeros. Now I have my numbers in order. Numbers in order. Now I'm going to cross off until I get to the middle. And if I have 2 in the middle, I add them together and divide by 2. But here I only have 1 in the middle and it is -2. So that is my median. Keep it up. Let's go. All right. So I just did the range, the median, I did them all. All right, so that's that one. Boom. Okay, interpret charts, graphs to find the mean, median, and mode range. Okay, this is a very, very good topic because data is all over the place, and this will help us look at it. So the players on the quiz shall receive the following scores. What is the mode? Okay, so I see 9 happens 3 times. All right, what is the mode? You just want me to find the mode? Is it 4? I think it's 4. See a bunch of 4s. Oh, bar graph. What is the mean? Okay, so now we got to find the mean. So then we're going to add these numbers up. So this would be, we have 8, 8, 2, 9, 8, 6, 8. So then you're just going to add all these numbers up and divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. divided by 7. So this is just the same as the other one, it's just actual data. And so you gotta go ahead and do the calculation. So if you get stuck in that one, just submit a traffic light problem, but maybe you'll figure it out. Even when you just see the answer, you'll say, oh, okay, I get it now, right? So go to a smart score of 80 for all of these as you're able to by Thursday night, and then you'll be good to go. All right.